This video focuses on multiplying decimals. When multiplying decimals, start by ignoring any decimal point and perform the multiplication as you would normally. Once you arrive at the answer, you simply count how many numbers were originally decimals and then make sure you have the same amount of decimals in the answer. I'm going to take this number, 5.34, and multiply it with 1.2. And when I set this out, I set it out ignoring the decimal places. So I pretend that this is the ones, the tens, and the hundreds column. Even though I've got decimal places in there, I just simply ignore them. Alright? And then I go through and multiply as I would normally. So 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 5 is 10. Now I pretend this is the tens column, I put the 0 underneath, and I multiply 1 by 4 is 4, 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 5 is 5. I add these up. This is an 8, 8 and 0 is 8, 6 plus 4 is 10, carry the 1, 1 plus 3 is 4, and 1 plus 5 is 6. Now, this is where I've got to think about how many decimal places I originally had to begin with. I've got 1, 2, 3, so I take my pen at the very end where the decimal place is currently sitting, and I jump back 3, 1, 2, 3, and I put my new decimal place in. So my new answer will be, and I'm running out of room here, so 6.408. Okay, normally give that a little bit more space in between and put it down here in your answer. Okay, so I've got another question here, 12.31 multiplied by 2.46. I'm going to set this out exactly as I did before. I'm going to ignore the decimal places. Even though these ones line up quite nicely, I'm just going to ignore them, and I'm going to multiply as I normally would for this question. Okay, so we're going to start over here as if it was the ones column, and we go 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 3 is 18, carry the 1, 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13, carry the 1, 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I move to the supposed tens column, I put the 0 underneath and multiply as I normally would. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1, 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 1 is 9, and 4 times 1 is 4. Try and keep things lined up as if there were imaginary columns there. Now I'm in the supposed hundreds column, and it's a hundreds column if I ignore the decimal points. So I put 2 zeros here. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. I now have to add this all up. 6 in the zeros is 6, 8 plus 4 is 12, carry the 1, 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 8, 7 plus 9 plus 6 is 20, 2, carry the 2, and I go 2 plus 4 plus 4 is 10, carry the 1, and 1 and 3 is, 1 and 2 equals 3. Went ahead of myself then. So now we have 302826. This is not finished because I need to add my decimal places in. So I'm going back to the question, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. So I take my pen at the very end where the decimal place is currently sitting, and I jump to the left 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put my new decimal place in. So underneath this, and I've run out of room here, I would rewrite this answer as 30.2826.